And the talk is on.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel, JNS Talks. Of course, I'm Sho, and this is Joe.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hope everyone's doing well. I know that we missed a week. Just life happened,
Life.
school, kids, work. You know how that goes.
Yeah, so nobody get it twisted. We have normal jobs. So, yeah,
Yeah.
this is a side thing. But no.
So, like I said, life gets chaotic, hectic. But we're back, and this episode we're gonna talk about the happiness that follows after you cut off the toxic things and people from your life.
In simple layman's term, getting the toxic out of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the shit out of your life, basically.
Yeah. And you shouldn't feel bad if that requires you to cut off toxic people.
Yeah.
Right? The bond that you have with someone, it's always going to be special. But if that person is toxic and is not doing anything for themselves and is engaging in horrible behavior and, just all around, excuse my French, being a piece of shit, you can't have that type of energy in your life. You can't. Not if you want to get somewhere. Because I've always heard, show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are, right? My dad always said that. Now, I partially agree with that because when you hang around certain people, you attract certain energies, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. You do become the people you're surrounded with, right?
Yeah.
So, you hang around with 5 bums, you're gonna eventually, you know, that bumness is gonna brush up on
Yeah.
you. It's just like when you hang out with somebody that's cool, you start feeling cool, you start acting cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's just nature. That's just biology when it comes down to it.
Yeah. Like your attitude turns into your characteristics.
Yeah.
And obviously, we know characteristics make up your character.
Obviously, yeah. That's why they call characteristics.
Yeah.
If anybody out there that didn't get that.
And also that's why you should not let your low self-esteem control you, right? Because I know there's people who, let's say they have the highest paying job amongst their friends, they start feeling like they're the shit, and in turn they become complacent.
Not only the shit in the urine.
Yeah. And in turn they become complacent and they think, okay, I made it, I don't have to do anything else. But let me tell you something, if you're earning a $30,000 job, especially in New York City, you ain't make shit.
You're not making
You're
nothing.
not. Don't tell me
Nada.
you're not living paycheck to paycheck, especially if you have a family. And this is not to offend anyone that's making $30,000, because at least
not.
You're doing something. But my point is to always keep striving.
Exactly.
Right? $30,000 should not be your okay, I'm good.
I'm set
now.
for life.
No.
That's nothing.
60,000. You should be reaching for 60,000. You should always
and
be
then reaching for that 90,000, and then reaching for that
exactly.
120, and then reaching
always
for
keep striving
more and more and more
until you become your own boss. That's our goal.
What I noticed from growing up in the hood, you know what I mean? Because I grew up in the Bronx. You know, I'm a Bronx dude, West Bronx. So if anybody knows the West Bronx,
the university,
yeah, around that area, Burnside, University, the University Projects, Andrews Avenue, all that stuff, Davidson, D Block. Anyways, what I noticed from that hood mentality, which is, that broke mentality, because unfortunately, most people that live in those places, they get a little job and they complacent. That's it. They think that they made it, or I made it. They become, let's say, a good job. Let's say for somebody that didn't go to college, a bus driver. Let's say, for example. And let me just tune back to one of my friends. I'm not gonna name him or whatever because he's probably watching this. But his father became a bus driver, and I remember it was like they just won the lottery when he got the letter back that he
Yeah.
was going to training and all this. And then, you know what I mean? It's like, you shouldn't, okay, you should be happy that you got that job.
Right. That is an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment. Yeah, cool. But after that, it was just like, that's it. You know, no striving for anything else, no striving to get out of the hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No offense to the hood, but you know, at the end of the day, you kind of want to get out of the hood for your kids. You don't want your kids to grow up in the same environment you did.
Mm-hmm.
So these people got a good job, right? For somebody that, you know, is not that qualified.
And they came from another country?
No.
Oh, they grew up here.
They grew up here, right? And my point is that these people, they just got complacent with that, and in turn, their kids saw the same shit, and his kid is a manager of a foot locker, I think, or something like that, and he's complacent with that same job too, just earning whatever, and that's it. Oh, I'm set for life. That's what he told me, the words. And it follows generations, and then we wonder why we minorities, we're so, you know, we're not up there how we should be.
Yeah.
You know, because we should be up there. The thing is that the complacency that you were just saying, you know, is I feel like people, they get a good paying job, right? And they think that that's it. I made it. I'm good as long as I can pay my bills. And you know what it is? In a way, I don't blame them, that the thing, because they've been surviving, but you know, paycheck to paycheck to paycheck and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about just surviving, you're always in that stress. And then, you know, they get a job that they don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Maybe they have something a little bit extra. They could pay all their bills without worrying. So that's it. They think that they just made it there, and they just stay there, and that's it. Their life is not gonna get better than it is now. They're just paying all their bills and living life, and that's it. And I'm not saying that if you're happy, that number one rule is be happy. But at the end of the day, you gotta better yourself as a person.
Yeah, definitely.
Which comes with getting up there, and the money just comes. That's just like a bonus. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bonus, and you should look at it just to help your next generation, your kids. You know what I mean?
Generational wealth.
Exactly. And to me, like, that's that hood mentality. You know, like, I know a lot of people, you know, when I started driving, they were like, "Oh, you got a nice car. Oh, you set." What you mean I'm set? I'm just a damn driver. Like, cool, I'm professional. I'm wearing, you know, I'm cool or whatever. And, you know, I got in my industry, you either could be a bum or you could be a hot shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's a hustle. It's literally a hustle, right? And yeah, I have the opportunity to make a lot of money, but I'm definitely not gonna be complacent. That's it. I'm always aiming to do more and more and more, and network with
building your clientele.
The you know, a lot of famous people
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and all that. You know, all this other shit, and you know, eventually try to make my own business. Exactly. That's the goal. You know.
When it comes to you, people see the big fancy car and the suit, and they think like
that's it. Like, oh yeah,
you're a millionaire.
I got no problems.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I got the same problems that you and you have,
if not more, because people don't see the steps behind the fancy car and the suit.
Yeah, and I don't hide it either. Like, I'm saying it right now. Like, by no means. Like, you step into my shoes for one day, and you're gonna want your shoes right back. You know what I mean? Seriously, I'm not even like
When it comes to the
saying it.
financial part, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm not even saying that just to like sound like whatever. Like, I'm saying that for real. Like, and that goes back to um, how can I say it? Um, that goes back to just going back to that hood mentality in a way. If you get what I mean. Like, um, some people, my thing is that most people, they see me, right? For example, they see me and they think that I got it all just because I got a fancy car. I live in a house that has its own lot, whatever. It's fine. It all is all, that's all material and all that stuff, you know. But then you don't know what that person is going through. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I am happy. You know what I mean? I'm lucky I have a lot of people that support me. You know what I mean? And I got this job that if I want to hustle, I can make more money. I don't got to report to a boss. If I want more work, I could go out there and get it because, like I said, it is a hustle. So I'm grateful for that, but I'm not gonna be stuck. Even though I've been doing it for a while, I've been trying, try to do a business here or there and all this stuff, and try new things, and I've failed at things, but I have my job to back me up, and I'll try something else, and I'll try something else. So I'm not gonna just stay there, right? And just be stagnant just because I'm paying my bills and that's it.
Right.
You know
Paying
what I
your
mean?
bills, that's what you should be doing.
In the first place.
Exactly. But that leftover income, that's what you should have. That cushion.
Yeah, you should have that. You should feel that freedom because that's like just surviving. That's the shit that holds us back.
And it's stressful.
Yeah, because you're just worrying about survival. And that's what they say, the richer get richer, the poor get poorer.
I was going to say that.
You know why? Because the richer don't have to worry about surviving. They're already surviving. They could concentrate on investments.
Exactly.
They could concentrate on the next business, on their next idea, and all this stuff. The poor, we gotta think about surviving, about paying this bill that's coming up, about paying this and that. And that's why we don't have time to think about the other stuff, But at the end of the day, that's what you need to understand. That's why. And make some time so you could do that other stuff. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, just don't survive and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, I know that I'm going through this. If you want to do something, maybe cut back on your expenses. Maybe you're spending too much money on clothes or a hobby, games, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Cut back on it. Make it easier for yourself to survive. Strive for a better job. And in your spare time, try to do whatever you're dreaming of. You know what I mean?
Right. But that all comes back to your circle.
And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It all comes back to the people you hang around with. That's why sometimes it's better to not even hang around with nobody.
Exactly. You need to focus on yourself. Focus on your family. Focus on what you need to do to get yourself in a better position.
Yeah.
And getting back to that quote, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, right? Another reason why the poor stay poor or get poor is because a lot of people have this circle where everyone needs to be covered in name brand stuff.
Oh.
Everyone's competing. See, that toxicity isn't always people that are negative or whatever. That's part of being toxic too. Not making smart decisions. That
is true.
Handling your money the right way.
That is.
Because people think, oh, my best friend or my group of friends, they're not negative. They cheer me on, but are they cheering you on in the right way?
Exactly. Because, yeah, that's another thing. You have a group of, mostly this happens in the female world when it comes to like compete, one-upping each other.
Yeah.
I got this Louis bag, or I got this Louis Vuitton shoes, right? Or I got this, Prada this or whatever that, Gucci this, Gucci that. And that money, you're blowing it on something that's material, that is not gonna help you in life. Instead, you should hang around with people that will be like, yo, that extra money, you should do this.
Save it up.
Either save it up, or if you had everybody and you that are watching, that you have had, everybody has had some type of idea of something that they could do. Use that money and pursue that goal.
No matter how small you may think it is.
Exactly. Just pursue it. How many people have gotten rich off of something very small? They happen to pursue it. That is the difference from the people that, that stay broke and the people that hit the jackpot when it comes to actually work.
Oh, for example.
Some pursue it and some don't.
For example, I'm following this woman on Instagram, right? And she's making money off of a cap. It's called curl cap. And it's a silk lining in the cap, and it protects your hair, your curls, all that. And
wow.
And she's coming out with hoodies, and it's popping. A
And
lot
see,
of people.
That's
and
a little idea.
Everybody's on this natural hair wave.
Yeah.
So it's benefiting her.
So there you go. If that person was hanging out with these girls that are just one-upping themselves, whatever money that she had, that she invested towards her business, that would have been going on a bag or 2 or 3. Exactly. You know what I mean? Just to one-up her friends. So this is where the toxicity of people comes in. You are who you hang around with.
Exactly. And you need people to support you. I'm pretty sure if she didn't have a circle that was supportive of her, she wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, because there's some people that be like, yo, maybe you should take that on.
Like, go ahead. Like, even if you're doubting yourself, you need people to uplift you.
Yeah.
And put that confidence in you. Because we all have those days where we're like, nah,
this ain't gonna work. Yeah. This is a bad idea.
We have negative thoughts. We all do. And we're only human.
Yeah.
But that's where your support system comes in.
Yeah, let's not act like nobody, like we're all like that. Everybody.
How many times,
and then, you know what I mean?
How many times on the weekends we see a group of people take a picture of their red bottoms while they're partying and like, oh yeah, my girls are fly. But we all know that they're all struggling to pay their bills.
Yeah.
That's toxic behavior.
Or an unnecessary car note and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the problem. With guys, instead of bags, is mostly cars. Right?
Cars, yeah.
They want to one-up themselves either with a stereo, fucking exhaust system, horsepower, car itself, and they get into these car loans that they really can't afford. You know what I mean? That leaves them from being able to have a lot of money extra every month to having zip every month just to have some car that's going to depreciate in 2 to 3 years. As soon as you pull out the lot, is $10,000 less. It's not an investment.
Yeah.
And for what? To impress dudes?
I never understood
Let's be real. Come on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's not going to help you in your career. It's not going to help you in nothing. Use that money, invest it to something, that's going to produce you more money. Either invest it in stocks or whatever, or try to start your own business. At the end of the day, we live in a capitalist country where entrepreneurship is, now more than ever, it's very welcome. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people support it. People see some good idea and people will support it. like
And
at
if you
Shark
use
Tank.
social media the right way,
Exactly, and we have social media. It's
you
not
don't have
like
to worry
before
about
where
advertising.
well, you needed an advertiser, you needed a distributor, you needed a company to help you packaging and all this. Now you go to Fiverr and for freaking $20 somebody can make you a fucking uh a graphic for your product. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like everything is so accessible too. Now
Exactly.
you even got Photoshop. You learn, you do your own thing.
Yeah. So that's how toxic people affect the financial part of your life, right?
Exactly. Like
Now let's talk about how toxic people affect your emotional state, your mental state, all that.
the other part,
Yeah. And you
which is
kind
a
of
big part, and it intertwines too.
yeah, you kind of hit it about one-upping each other. That could
Yeah,
affect your mental, your
yeah. Self
self-esteem.
esteem and all that. Yeah, you always have, and I noticed that a lot of these people, some people that are kind of well off, they get friends that are in the bottom
Right, that's what I was saying.
instead of them hanging out with people around their same, you know, like positions and
The same
social
status,
status,
social status, yeah.
financial status and all this, in that level of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to the bottom. You know why? So they could feel superior to all the other ones.
And that's not healthy in any aspect.
That's doing the opposite of what you should be doing.
Yeah.
You should be striving to get up there, To me, like, if you're not learning from these people, then you ain't doing shit and you might as well just cut them off,
Exactly.
you know? And that could, if you're one of the ones in the circle, that could affect your self-esteem. So you should be on the lookout for those people that are like that just wanna, they'll invite you to their big ass house and all this, and just to make you feel like shit
Mm-hmm.
and make themselves feel good.
Right. And we have to know how to realize what people are doing, like how they're being toxic, right?
Exactly.
We I used to have this friend and I considered her a really good friend, like almost my sister. But as we grew up, right, and I got married, I had the kids, I got my house,
Yeah.
and she stayed living with her parents. She stayed in the same weird relationship that she had with her boyfriend, whatever. It was she wasn't happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yet, whenever we would talk, she always had to like kind of jab and make a quote unquote joke, but it was an insult behind it.
Yeah, we all know those people.
Yeah, and it's like I had to cut off. Like, you're not affecting me, but it's annoying
Yeah.
that I'm considering you like a sister and then you're doing that dumb shit.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's where the
Yeah.
fakeness comes out.
Yeah, and you have a lot of those people,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, and people change. Like, people say, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, people don't change. People do change as they grow older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could be cool as shit during high school. You know what I mean? And then after they, because you're going to meet people along your college career and life itself and jobs, and you're going to change. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And some people change for the better. Some people change for the worse.
Exactly. And I used to think, why is she like that all of a sudden? But then I realized it's not just with me. It's
It
with
was
other
with
people too.
it
It's
was her.
everyone that is making changes, like adult changes, that's
Exactly.
going through it, that's achieving their goals, and she's just it was a problem. Yeah, exactly. You said it was a problem with her.
Yeah, it was a
She
problem with
had
her.
bad self-esteem.
A very low self-esteem, and she was like trying to, like kind of be like us in a way,
Yeah,
be in at our level of life.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying a level of financial. I'm just saying level of life. You
Just
got your
to
own
get that.
apartment, your own
Yeah.
crib. You have your kids, and you still have your marriage in place. And she
Mhm.
kind of wanted the same thing, but
You
it
can't be
went
friends.
sideways.
Exactly. You can't be friends with someone who wants your life.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
When somebody wants your life, it's like, it's kind of one.
And
It's
it's
kind of
not just
creepy.
friends, it's family too. And
Yeah.
that brings me to my other point. Family could be the most toxic people
Oh yeah,
ever.
we have gotten to this topic in this podcast a lot. Yeah, they could be the worst.
Yeah. How many times have we seen cousins competing with themselves?
Sisters too,
Sisters too.
brothers. I've seen it. I've seen it.
And it's like when someone goes further in life, sometimes family members always find a way to shit on it.
Or to slow you down.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, nah, probably shouldn't get that job. Is it? Look at the commute.
Yeah,
Always try
always.
like put some, something negative in it to try to change. Yeah, and there's some people that are so gullible and they trust their family so damn
Oh,
much.
family's everything.
Family's everything. Yeah, I hate that, and they actually listen to their stupid advice because they're stupid. Don't follow somebody's advice that hasn't been in your shoes.
Exactly.
Look for advice of people that have been successful. If you have the chance, grab that advice from people that are up there from you.
We
Not
know
people,
someone like that.
yeah, like and like family, they, to be honest with you, is like, okay, family is cool and they could support you, but at the end of the day, it's like, goes back to human nature. Some people do not want to see you get up there. They don't want to see you leave their level. They don't want you to see leveling up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another part of the toxicity. Your family could be toxic also, and you need to know how to balance that out, and and just block it. You don't have to abandon your family. I'm not saying that.
Although
But you
sometimes
gotta,
it is necessary.
yeah, sometimes you have to. But just be mindful of it and ignore it.
And we all have
That's
those
it.
family members that call you only when they need something.
We all know that.
And all that. Like, we know someone, she listens to her family so much, and she's still in the same place she was 10 years ago. It's
there you go.
Still miserable at the end of the day, still materialistic, still doing the same shit. And that is the worst toxic thing you could do to yourself.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the only person you're hurting is yourself.
Exactly.
And people think that, but like, I don't know why people live to make other people happy. Make yourself happy. And this is what the podcast always goes back to. Make yourself happy and trust your own self to complete your own goals. Don't listen to anybody if they say, oh, that your goal is shit or whatever it is. F them. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Always do your thing. Don't worry about what other people say, because other people, unfortunately, in this world, they don't want to see you be above them. Most people are like that. I don't know why. Thank God I wasn't born like that. But in my thing, I'm a very helpful person to a fault. You know what I mean? I love to help people get up there. Where, like, she has had to tell me, like, yo, that person is taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that. I like seeing people get up there, which is part of the reason why we started this podcast. You know what I mean? Because we both like to help people. Like me physically, I get out there and like I used to. If somebody was moving out in my family, I'll be the first one. A friend, yo, you need help? Yo, we'll build this, we'll build that. Even like when I have problems with my family and stuff, I will still go out there and fix stuff.
But you know what's fucked up, and that's what I was saying. People, like, you see how helpful you are. Who's ever called you?
Nobody.
To help.
When we reconstructed this apartment,
nobody came.
Who the hell came?
Except your brother.
Only Kenny, and that's it.
Everybody else didn't even call, didn't even check up on you.
Nobody.
When they know that we were doing renovations, no one even called. Like, even, oh, you want us to bring over food? Something simple as that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
Because they know that we're constructing, we can't even cook, and
But that's just how people are.
Knowing that. But if it was the other way around,
No, you know
You
what to
would
be seen.
no, but I'm saying you would have
Oh
cooked
yeah.
something. I would have gone and helped and built something. You know what I mean? It's
And we
that's
still
how it
do
is.
that. We still
We at
try
the
to
end,
do
yeah,
that.
at the end of the day, even though we still are like that, because at the end of the day, you can't take that characteristic from us, that we're
Mm-hmm.
extremely helpful people. And like I said, like, I'm so helpful to a fault. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And especially if I like somebody, like, I'll go out of my way,
Yeah.
to help somebody. Like, and now I only go out of my way to people that add value to my life, because I have learned it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna waste time with somebody. Like, I'll use that excuse to talk to you because
Yeah.
you have things to offer to me.
Exactly.
So while
That's
I'm
what.
helping you out with something, we're talking about life and, ideas and stuff like that. That's the type of conversations that you should be having. you know
Mm-hmm.
about life goals and how to get to them.
You should always be learning from someone.
Yeah, you should. If you're not learning from somebody, if you guys are not shooting the shit and learning and stuff, then you have no, like, at the end of the day, what what are you getting out of that relationship?
All you're gonna get is drama,
Yeah.
gossip, debt, and just overall negativity.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're not getting something good, you're gonna get something bad.
Mm-hmm.
I have not met somebody that has been neutral when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have not met anybody that's neutral. They're either positive, and that's a rare few, or they're, supposedly cool at first, but then in the back of their heads, they're like stabbing you in the back and
Yeah.
wishing that, like,
That underlying animosity
yup,
towards you, you can't have someone like that.
exactly. Like, at the end of the day,
And
like, you need to stay away, even though you might know these people for years, but it's best for you to just cut some people out, unfortunately.
vibes are real.
Yeah, it really
Energy
is.
is real. And you also can't have someone that's always complaining. You
Oh,
can't have
cut them
someone
off.
who's ungrateful. You can't have someone that never sees the bright side of things. You can't have someone around you who's never satisfied with what they have, right? Even though our kids are little, we always teach them to be grateful. Even when they're having a bad morning. It's like our second son sometimes says, "Oh my god, I hate this day already." And it's like, hate is a very strong word, first of all.
Yeah.
And I was telling him the other day, you know how many people don't wake up in the morning
Yeah.
because, they pass away. They don't have that blessing. And you do. So we're teaching them that now. And you'd be surprised how many adults, how many elderly people still don't get that.
It's true.
And those are the type of people you can't have any of because they will suck the happiness and positivity out of you.
Negative energy and positive energy is a real thing. Like, when you hang around with negative people, that you start feeling it.
Yeah, that shit is contagious.
And next thing you know, you turn into one of them. You start complaining about everything. Instead of complaining,
all year round Grinch.
Yeah, instead of complaining, you should be solving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Instead of complaining, start solving. You know what I mean? Take ownership of whatever situation you got yourself into, because most situations that you are into, you made them yourself. We understand that there's some things that are out of your circumstance, but instead of complaining, what are you doing when you complain, even if it wasn't your fault?
Making the situation worse.
You're just making it worse in your head. You're just making it, like, just solve. Just solve, try to, plan it out, solve it, act,
Exactly.
execute.
And if you messed up your own situation, you can't cry about it. I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah.
Right?
You need to be real about
and that's what people
where
don't
you
do.
went wrong.
They don't take ownership.
You gotta take ownership of your own fuck ups and execute on fixing it. Because if you don't take ownership of it, then you just, most people, this is what they do. They blame other people. They blame the system. Yada yada yada. Dude, you're the one that fucked up. Fix it. Pull out a plan. This is what I gotta do, and do it.
Exactly.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't complain if you were a shitty parent. You can't complain when the kids don't want anything to do with you when they become adults, right?
Yeah.
If you're still in the hood, you can't complain that you're stuck in the hood if you never made any effort to get out of the hood.
Get out of the hood, yeah.
You can't complain that you're in debt if you spent all your money on dumb shit.
Exactly.
You just can't.
If you have a whole bunch of Louis this and Louis that and Gucci this and Gucci that and you're in debt, then you kind of gotta look at yourself.
You
like,
caused it on your own.
You did it to yourself. Take ownership of it and find out how you're gonna get out of that rut or whatever it is, and execute. Do it. You know.
So once you reevaluate your life and the people that's in it, and you cut off all those toxic things and people, I promise you the happiness that follows is gonna be so good.
For real, like
so rewarding. You know how many times we've gotten calls with people with drama and complaining and trying to fuck up our relationship?
Yeah, for real.
Like, we got married in a courthouse and we didn't let anyone know. We didn't need the big fancy wedding. We didn't need because I know that always brings drama. And at the end of the day, our relationship is about us and our kids, and that's it.
Yep.
We don't need anyone's 2 cents or negativity.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people, it's just like, I get it, it's in human nature to be with other people and stuff, but be with like we said again, be with those good people. And if you can't find those good people, like I said in the beginning, it's better to just be alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's better to just be alone than with negative people that are toxic. And that's what I'm saying. We say, like, if you do have these people, and most people, you know who you are, and you've been thinking about it, but you feel like maybe your life will be different if you don't have that person or that whole group. Trust me, there's a lot of more people out there that are up there, you know what I mean? And that you could be friends with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that you could be friends with, you know what I mean? And in the meanwhile, if all you have is just negative people around you, just cut them off.
It's better to be alone than with people like that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're not helping you.
And if you're not sure who's for you or who's against you, keep the good things in your life private. If you're getting a promotion, keep it private. If you want to buy a new house and you're about to close in on it, keep it private.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, once you release that good news and you'll see people's reaction, you'll know then.
For real, because good news, when you announce it to negative people, you'll see who's the haters.
Just by their facial expression. Or I'm pretty sure people make sarcastic comments. Like, even in their congratulations, it'll be
some people, and like you'll see, exactly. I was gonna say that you'll see it in the congratulations. You know, most people is just like half-ass congratulations. Some people won't even say shit. Like, oh, good for you, and that's it.
Yeah, like when we got married, people didn't say shit. They saw our rings and they were like, "You got married? Oh, okay."
Yeah, so I'm okay. Like, I don't
or
care.
Even with our pregnancies, like for my second pregnancy, no one told me congratulations.
Yeah.
Besides my family,
yeah.
But like,
only a select few of friends that I had at that point, they were happy for me. My family, they weren't.
Because they had their opinions.
Yeah. Like, and that's another thing. You can't that's opinionated people. And some people are just too opinionated. Get them out of your life. Yeah. You don't need their opinions. Because they're just opinions.
If it's not constructive criticism, then you don't. And even at that.
And go back to our, I don't know what episode it is, but opinions. Go to that one.
I think it's like the 3rd or 4th one.
Yeah, we'll link it underneath on the description. But at the end of the day, if we could put this into one sentence, is evaluate your friends who you're hanging around with, and cut the toxic people off, cut the negative people off, cut the people that want to be superior to you off. Just basically cut all the toxicity off of your life and watch you get better, because once you have time to evaluate by yourself, that's why I say sometimes it's better to be by yourself. You'll see what you need to do. You don't have to compete with other people. You don't have to worry about having the latest this because they have. You're gonna be by, like, you know, in your own circle or whatever it is.
Yeah. And if you do have low self-esteem or feeling some type of way about yourself, it's best to be by yourself to work on you, to figure out what you need to do.
Exactly. Because some people, they just need to work on themselves. And that's why I say when you have these people, you don't have time to work like on you.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to, you know, get up to these people's levels on the material side or whatever it is, on the partying and all this crap, you know what I mean? Like, and some people, they don't even like that, but they still do it because their friends are doing it. These are my friends.
Start being a leader and stop being a follower.
Exactly.
We've always heard that.
Yep. And it's for real. If you want to get somewhere in life and be happy, because at the end of the day, life is not about being a millionaire and all this stuff. It's about being happy. You know what I mean? And yeah, money does get some, to a certain extent, some happiness. You know, get comfortable, but be happy.
Yeah.
You know, and everything just comes like naturally. Money
like
will
the
come.
Pieces of a puzzle.
Yeah. Once you figure out who you are, how to be happy, everything just starts coming in through. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this is it.
Yeah, guys. So remember what I said. Reevaluate everything, and your true happiness will come once you cut off all the toxic behaviors and people.
Basically, cut out the toxicity from your life. Cut out all the weeds, because some people are just weeds. You know, they try to, you know, conceal themselves as flowers and all this. They're weeds. Just rip them off. Rip out the roots. Yeah. But yeah, like, get them out of your system. Get them out of your life. Anything negative, get it out of your life. If you could leave with something, leave with this. Just get rid of anything that's negative. And you know who's a negative person.
Yeah.
Get them out. Cut them off.
Some people are just in denial.
Yeah.
Well, come out of denial and cut that person off.
Cut them off. And watch your life get better.
Yeah. You don't ever need one person or a group of people to live your life. What you need is yourself and your happiness.
Yeah. And if you have a partner, your kids, and that's about it.
All right, guys. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Yeah,
we need comments. People comment. You're watching, you're not commenting, you know, drop something on there.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to listen to us and don't go on our YouTube or whatever, like while you're driving or whatever, you know, we're on all major platforms for the podcast. iTunes is
the easiest one. iTunes podcast. Download the app. JNS Talks. Boom, we're there.
And our social media is JNS Talks as well.
Everything is JNS Talks.
All right, guys. Have a great week.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Stay up. Stay positive. Stay on those goals. Don't let anybody try to take you from them. And, you know, keep doing it.
Yep. Bye.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.